understand Portuguese when it's spoken. Con un pituto, lo puede usted lograr. La 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 la. It means with a pituto you can do it. And so, and then in the final stanza of the song, which I love, it's the devil's coming up to heaven, and he's like, "Hey, Saint Guadalupe, how you doing?" And like he gets in with, they're like, "With a pituto you can do it." Oh, it's great. I loved that band. I wish I could find their stuff, but it was a really oddball Chilean band from the 90s. Oh, yeah, you can't find them. They were called Sexual Democracy. Yeah. You can't find that.
And flags.
Oh, they had some hilarious songs. I love Chileans. I had such a great time. If the world went on missions, war would be gone. You go to another country and you live like however a normal person is, and
not like a tourist.
And you serve those people, and you learn their language, and you learn their culture, and you learn their food. And actually, after a year, almost all of your body's cells have been regenerated using food from that land.
You became Chilean.
You literally. I've been Chilean before. That everything except for my brain was replaced with Chilean food. Folks, I'd like to give a product review. This is for Tester's Dull Coat. You'll pay probably between $2.50 and $4 per can. Yep. You can definitely dull coat an entire army with this, and it is an absolute wonder. It protects your models really well, and when it dries matte.
Which
gives
is great.
It a very flat finish. And our standard is to double matte coat. Typically, you want to do it like hairspray, you know? That's plenty. You don't want to like, and it's like this cascade of lacquer is going down. And some people actually are like, hey, this wasn't dull coat. Well, guess what, genius? You put on too much. You're just supposed to mist them. Just mist them. That's fine. You don't have to get in there at 6 inches away.
So if someone needs to do a touch-up or something after they've already dull-coated, how does it hold the paint? Is it good for touch-up?
Yeah, I wouldn't, again, I'd be careful not to put too much on.
Right. If you've just misted it, then it should be able
Typically for touch-ups.
Because it's matte, it would...
Yeah, that's a tough call.
Just curious.
You know, for touch-ups, usually you're touching up a problem area where the model, like, clanks against other models. So, you know,
so
it's
just
almost
coat it
like...
again.
Yeah, you really should. But you can get paint-on lacquers, which are probably better for that. Like, you don't want to have to do the whole figure just because you did this one spot. And you might want to put it a little thicker on that one spot. Okay. Did you see the meteor that just came out of my mouth?
No, but...
That was awesome.
You can do it again. No. I could wish on it. Oh, hold on.
You know, what's funny is sometimes I'll say sweet nothings to my wife, but I'll try and include a lot of peas in there. You're the prettiest girl in the world. She'll be like, she'll be wincing from all the little meteorites that are coming out.
So bad.
Oh, it is. Oh, what happens? Your husband doesn't do that though, does he? Tease you and torment you. You know,
he does.
I've never heard anything about Kevin.
He's great.
Okay.
He is. He's really great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good.
He's the father of all girls. Poor guy. He's the only male in the household.
That's
We
bad.
used to have a cat.
Was it a
but
boy cat or a girl cat?
And it was
It was okay. Why do they call chopping off your balls fixed?
So you can't. It's so bad.
Something's wrong with that.
I let you go. I'm gonna fix you.
You know, there's a dog going out the window. You know, waving to his buddy dog. It's like, hey, I'm going to the vet to get tutored. Suckers.
He's no longer with us, that cat.
Oh, okay.
We continue to call him a he.
As
even
in dead?
afterwards. Yes.
Oh, okay. But it
Did
was
I ever
it
tell
a
that
male
funny
cat?
story about him dying?
No, I don't think so. Please.
Did I ever tell that cat story? No, we told a different cat story.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are you talking about when we went to
we took that trip
to sushi
yeah,
and we were telling the dead kitten stories? Oh my gosh. It's funny, we all go around and we tell these dead kitten stories. And it comes to Ren, and he's like, I had a cat once. He died. The end.
he was serious. That was
I'm like,
it.
wow, you know? Normally people would put in like details and stuff.
Yeah, he just keeps you wanting more. That's what it is.
Rin's going to be watching this later.
We think Ren's
Gately.
awesome.
Rin is basically a good soul.
He's great.
Yeah,
Except
one in
basically-
100. He's a man without guile.
This is true. Great guy.
Okay.
So
what about your cat?
Eddie was the cat.
Okay.
And Eddie had he'd been declawed because I wanted him to be inside.
You chopped his
Everything.
We're gonna chop off all protruding
protruding
items.
all at once. It was one big thing.
What the
So,
heck?
Hey,
You know, in
I'm
the next
sorry.
life,
Inside cat. I didn't
when
want
I
him,
walk
like,
into
on
a
the
group of
furniture.
like resurrected chickens, there's gonna be an awkward moment. I'll be like, oh yeah, about that KFC thing. Yep, you're gonna run into that cat. He'll be like, hey, and just so you know, I'm supposed to have nuts.
All right.
Because they'll talk.
When we got the cat.
What gives you the right?
Okay, when we got the cat.
Sarah
listen.
tries to tell a story, take 5.
Oh.
Quit messing around, tell the story.
Indoor animals. Let's just leave it there. No one wants to hear the story of poor Eddie. Let's just let it go. Oh.
Yep. No, go. Okay, what happened to Eddie? Just take a deep breath and tell it in one breath.
He was outside because he escaped because he really wanted to be out in the wild, as all cats do.
Oh, I'm sure that's the reason he was running away.
It was. He was really a great cat. We actually really liked him. He's inside, pretty happy, had him for several years.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to go outside. Usually when he got out, he would just climb up like on the roof and he'd sit on top of the carport. And then he'd come back in. One night I didn't feel like chasing him down. I'm like, ugh. Okay, he's going to be meowing at somebody's window anyway, and so we're going to have to get him in the middle of the night. I'm just going in and I'm not going to chase him down because I was tired. So we left him outside thinking, he'll come back. He always
What's
comes
the
back.
worst that could happen?
Yeah, well, the worst happened. We didn't see him for 2 days. And I'm thinking, oh boy, the kids are getting worried.
I'm predicting snowbank with a tail sticking out of it.
That would be good.
Okay, no, but really, what happened?
So my sweet neighbor across the street, I said, hey, Sarah, we had the same name. You haven't happened to see a dead cat around, have you? And her face went ash, and she went, oh, like that.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, it's okay. And so she did, in fact, see a dead cat around. He had somewhere lost his little tag, so she didn't know whose he was. But we had the kind that pulls apart so they don't choke themselves on it.
Okay, yeah.
So he must have, it must have got caught somewhere, and he left it somewhere. We never did find that. But she had 2 Rottweilers.
Oh,
And,
wow. I didn't see that
yeah,
coming.
he climbed into their backyard.
And that
But
was it,
he
huh?
wasn't mauled. I think this is what we have told the kids, is that Eddie, being the nervous wreck that he was already, what with losing
He was
bodily
on cat
parts,
Prozac. Let's just leave it at that.
he must have come right over the fence, saw those 2 dogs, and just had a flat-out heart attack and
He had
died.
a heart attack.
Because it was just this little, they're like, what's that little furry lump out there? And it was him. But
Oh.
he wasn't, I guess he wasn't mangled or anything by the
That's
dogs.
so
He
sad.
just got
He
scared.
had a little cat heart attack.
That's how we like to imagine it anyway. As if that's pleasant, but that's better than the alternative.
Yeah, that's better than the Rottweilers. Jeez.
It's a true story, though.
Sarah, that's terrible.
I know. I'm trying to love animals. I really am working on it.